Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, and sustainable development 2024, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 77 years of independence and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030 as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art, Sciences, and Wellbeing. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations. Today, we are celebrating International Day for Tolerance, which is celebrated on every year on 16th November. Tolerance is respect, acceptance, and appreciation of rich diversity of our world's cultures, our forms of expression, and ways of being human. In 1996, the UN General Assembly adopted Wide Resolution 51 by 95, proclaiming 16th November as International Day for Tolerance. This action followed the adoption of Declaration of Principles of Tolerance by UNESCO member states on 16 November 1995. Among other things, the declaration affirms that tolerance is neither indulgence nor indifference. It is respect and appreciation of rich variety of our world's cultures, our forms of expression, and ways of being. Human tolerance recognizes the universal human rights and fundamental freedoms of others. People are naturally diverse. Only tolerance can ensure the survival of mixed communities in every region of the globe. In 1995, to mark the United Nations Year for Tolerance and the 125th anniversary of the birth of Mahatma Gandhi, UNESCO created a prize for the promotion of tolerance and non-violence, the UNESCO Madanjit Singh Prize. This prize rewards significant activities in the scientific, artistic, cultural, or communication fields aimed at the promotion of a spirit of tolerance and non-violence. The creation of the prize has been inspired by the ideals of UNESCO's constitution that proclaims that peace, if not to fail, for peace, if it is not to fail, must be founded on the intellectual and moral solidarity of mankind. So, thus, UNESCO works day to day to defend and promote cultural and linguistic diversity and diversity of knowledge, especially indigenous knowledge, so that all these outlooks and ways of seeing the world can open up new vistas for humankind through dialogue and exchange. International Day of Tolerance, which is commemorated every year on November 16th, is a great opportunity for us to think back and recall the last time we had a different perspective than one of our friends. When was the last time you had to learn something about someone else's culture? Look and learn the date that celebrates open mindedness and listening. It was started by the UN General Assembly with the goal of getting educational institutions and the general public to see tolerance as a staple of society, and it came after the United Nations declared a year for tolerance in 1995. In 1995, UNESCO created the Declaration of Principles on Tolerance as a way to define and provide awareness of tolerance for any and all governing and participating bodies. That day in 1995 was November 16th. Now, as an anniversary of the declaration, we celebrate the International Day for Tolerance every November 16th to spread tolerance and raise awareness of any intolerance that may be prevalent in the world today. Although we should be tolerant every day, it's always good to have one occasion to remind us just how important tolerance is. Additionally, UNESCO created an award to recognize those with great achievements in promoting the spirit of tolerance or nonviolence in fields such as science, culture, and the arts. The UNESCO Madanjit Singh Prize and the UNESCO International Day for Tolerance both recognize that tolerance is a universal human right. In 1915, Gandhi returns to India from South Africa to help his homeland fight for freedom through nonviolence and tolerance. Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his famous I Have a Dream speech during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom in 1963, and a dream is born. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 was enacted, which banned discrimination on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, or national origin in 1964. The International Day of Tolerance is created as a way to commemorate the passing of the Declaration of Principles on Tolerance in 1995. Reading about and knowing about different cultures or nationalities is one of the best ways to help break down your intolerances that you may not know you have, as well as help increase your awareness of other intolerances throughout the world. In order to celebrate tolerance, you may often need to first make yourself aware of intolerance. Listening to others is a great way to open your perspective and take better look at the world and how you perceive it. Tolerance and intolerance can only be identified by listening more to those who may have suffered at the hands of intolerance and hearing what they have to say. If you want to truly help celebrate International Day of Tolerance, the best thing is to do is go out and participate. Whether it's a candlelight vigil for the victims of intolerance, or lecture from an esteemed activist or thought leader, getting out there and getting involved will only help you grow. On average, 8 black people, 3 white people, 3 gay people, 3 Jewish people, and 1 Latino person become hate crime victims daily. It affects a lot of people regularly. And not only that, especially the so-called peaceful religions who claim themselves as peaceful religions are often spreading hate, converting people into their religion, discriminating other religions, and this is also creating a lot of unrest and intolerance because of lack of tolerance of these religions, which is widely spread across the world. And we can see religious terrorism also being spread through these religious teachings in various religious places of so-called peaceful religions. 50% of all the hate crimes in the US are committed by people between the ages of 15 and 24 because they are more vulnerable and more suggestible than other population, and a lot is committed by the young people who are destroying themselves, their lives, and their families and nations. Every hour in United States, somebody commits a hate crime, and it's frequent and it is being spread across the world. That's why the religious influence, which is spread across the world, and we can see similar hate crime across the world because of those religion and religious followers. Race is the largest reason. In US, race is the main motive in most of the hate crimes reported, followed by sexual orientation and religion being the second, as we see the most popular religion, so-called peaceful religions, which they claim themselves are the ones who promote hate speech, discrimination, conversions and all, which creates an unfriendly, intolerant environment across the world. Hate crimes stem from a learned behavior of hatred or one's self-taught bias. No one is born with inherent hate. International Day for Tolerance is a great educational resource to help learn about how to be more tolerant, but also the intolerances that may still be happening around the world. Inherently based on the idea that humans should come together rather than be divided, International Day for Tolerance is a day to celebrate the differences between cultures, creeds, religions, and appreciate what they bring to our lives. Because we should not forget that we all are human beings and we all are equal and we should not discriminate ourselves. It's their individual choice and a right to religion or right to choose a religion, but it doesn't give you rights to discriminate or spread hatred towards other religion or discriminate any other race, religion, creed, gender. So this kind of intolerance, especially with the people, is creating a lot of crime, terrorism across the world. International Day of Tolerance is important because although great strides have been made, more work needs to be done to eradicate intolerance throughout the world. By increasing awareness and spreading education on days such as this, it helps play an active role in the elimination of intolerance. Today is also commemorated as Road Safety Week in UK from November 16 to 21st, 2024, this entire week, which is the United Kingdom's biggest road safety event, coordinated annually by the Road Safety Charity Break. The initiative aims to inspire thousands of schools, organizations, and communities to take action on the road safety and promote life-saving messages during this week and beyond. With someone injured on a UK road every 4 minutes, it's vital to come together and spread awareness about speeding during Road Safety Week. Road Safety Week was founded by the Road Safety Charity Break in 1997 as an annual event to raise awareness about road safety and to promote steps and everyone can take to stop needles, deaths, and injuries year-round. In 1995, Break was founded by former transport journalist Mary Williams with the aim of providing victim support and preventing road deaths and injuries through community and policy-oriented campaigns. Mary Williams formed Break with the aims of victim support and preventing road deaths and injuries through campaigns that were both community and policy-oriented. She was awarded the OBE Order of the British Empire for her services to road safety in 2000. In September 2014, Break organized an online webinar for European countries. They aimed to promote Road Safety Week as a fun and engaging way to get life-saving road safety messages out to the public and help prevent road death and injury. The free webinar showed what road safety organizers do and how Road Safety Week impacts road safety in their country or locality. 1.35 million people die on world's road each year and many more suffer a serious injury. Road traffic injuries are the leading killer of children and young adults aged 5 to 29. Many of the world's road deaths involve a vehicle being driven for work, Not only this, work vehicles cause extensive pollution. This is why the United Nations marked its first Global Road Safety Week in 2007 to reduce road traffic fatalities. Mary Williams spoke at the fifth United Nations Global Road Safety Week in 2019, giving us renewed opportunity to be leaders for safety and safe and healthy mobility. Now, Road Safety Week in UK is a time where all sorts of people get involved: nurseries, schools, youth clubs, army bases, community campaigners, employers, sports clubs, fire officers, police services, local authority, paramedics, and driving instructions. Various interactive activities are available in neighbors and online to promote life saving messages and road safety. So, Road Safety Week in the UK is a time where all sorts of people get involved: nurseries, schools, youth clubs, army bases, community campaigners, employers, sports clubs, fire officers, police services, local authorities, paramedics, and driving instructions. Various interactive activities are available in neighborhoods and online to promote life saving messages about road safety. So, Road Safety Week launches their 2020 theme 4 years back as No Need for Speed, as a reminder to everyone of how the travel affects other people in 2020. Mary Williams, OBE, speaks in the lead up to 5th United Nations Global Safety Week, acknowledging that strong leadership is needed to advance road safety in countries and communities in 2019. BREAK organizes an online webinar for European countries aiming to promote Road Safety Week as a fun and engaging way to get life-saving road safety messages and to put out to the public. Mary Williams, the founder of BREAK and Road Safety Week, is awarded the OBE Order of British Empire for her services in road safety, which is the highest achiever in 2000. Road Safety Week is founded by Road Safety Charity BREAK as an annual event to raise awareness about road safety to prevent needless deaths and injuries in 1997. On 15th March 2010, India's Union Cabinet approved the National Road Safety Policy on the Sundar Committee's recommendation in a report submitted in February 2007. It is very important to be aware that the road traffic injuries remain an important public health problem. When the road safety products are utilized correctly or efficiently, they can help save lives, prevent accidents and injuries, and keep society functioning most optimally. The UN Road Safety Collaboration announced the theme of 5th UN Global Road Safety Week, quoting leadership for road safety. The goal of the week, which will be held from 6th to 12th May 2019, is to generate demand from the public for stronger leadership for the road safety worldwide. So, help BREAK support people affected by road crashes and campaigns for safe and healthy mobility for everyone by fundraising during Road Safety Week. Fundraising is a great way to promote road safety within your community. You could do something as simple as organizing a bake sale or go to town by setting a team building day with a charitable focus. For inspiration, you can read about how people got involved in previous years during Road Safety Week or take a look at evaluation reports available online. Road Safety Week is your week so that what you do is your choice. The week also focuses on different ways and creative ideas people use to spread life-changing messages in their community. Next time you are driving, it is vital to be aware of your speed. Even if you are in rush, consider slowing down and ensure you are abiding by the speed limit because it can literally save lives. Every day, on average, 5 people are killed and 64 seriously injured on UK roads. $1.35 million people die on the world's roads each year, and 50 million are injured, which is a global issue. Road accidents are the leading cause of death around the world for people aged 15 to 29. The most dangerous form of transport is motorcycles, with 112.3 deaths per billion miles traveled, compared with 2 deaths per million miles for people who go by car. The first pedestrian killed by the car in the UK was Bridget Driscoll, 44, of Croydon in 1896. Curiously, her almost namesake, Bridget O'Driscoll, was a Titanic survivor in 1912. So, road safety is something important that must be followed at all times to ensure that safety of the operators, of the vehicle passengers and pedestrians. Traffic rules and guidelines have been set in place so that serious injuries and deaths can be averted. Fundraising is a great way to promote road safety within your community while also helping a vital cause that saves lives on the road. Make sure to join your local school or various organizations in spreading awareness about road safety while also participating in fun events. Road Safety Week not only inspires thousands of schools, organizations, and communities to take action on road safety, it also allows professionals working in road safety to boost awareness of the risks involved while working on the road. Site teams carry out surveys on the risks and dangers of on the highways, as well as detailed risk assessments. Road Safety Week reinforces their commitment to safety on the roads. Today is also commemorated as Guinness World Records Day, which is commemorated and celebrated in November each year on November 16. This year, the Guinness World Records or GWR is a book that contains records set from all over the world. It is a resource for checking facts and finding the world's best records. The book is published in over 100 countries and 23 languages. The day was first celebrated on November 19, 2004, and the Guinness Book of World Records became the best-selling book of all time. Since then, the day has been celebrated annually in November to honor all the world records set so far and encourage people to continue breaking records. On November 10, 1954, the managing director of the Guinness Breweries, Sir Hugh Beaver, became curious about the fastest game bird in Europe at a shooting party in Ireland. He was unsure if it was the golden plover or the red grouse. After a few rounds of arguments, he discovered that there was no single book he could reference to confirm this fact. He also realized that there needed to be a book that could be used as a fact check for records achieved throughout the world during arguments like his usually started in bars. This curiosity captured the interest of another employee at Guinness Breweries called Christopher Chataway, who then recommended two of his friends, Norris and Ross McVerret, who had started a fact-finding agency in London. In August 1954, Norris and Ross McVerter were commissioned to compile the Guinness Book of Records. The Guinness Book of Records office was established in London, and on August 27, 1955, the first edition of 198 pages was bound and became one of the best sellers in Britain. By Christmas in 1956, the book was launched in the United States and sold over 70,000 copies. The GWR quickly became the international authority on record keeping all the world's monumental achievements and unknown facts. The GWR became so popular that in 1976, a Guinness Book of World Records Museum was opened in the Empire State Building in the United States to showcase the many brilliant records. So Ashrita Furman holds the world record for most world records in a day and has set more than 600 official Guinness World Records. The organization does not pay World Records holders for setting records. They only receive a certificate plaque that states their achievement. You can start by reading about the existing records and checking GWR's database. After checking the information, you can apply to set or break the records on Guinness website. Try finding something you are amazing at and challenge yourself to set a new world record at all times in motivation and practice. Celebrate this day by going online and reading about various records held by the people. The internet has all the information you need from the most bizarre records to the popular ones. If you think your library seems a little empty, order the Guinness Book of World Records right away. It will be a brilliant read to pass the time. The Guinness Book of World Records is the third best selling book worldwide after the Bible and the Quran and Bhagavad Gita. A video game comprising 36 mini games based on various Guinness World Records were released in 2008. Presented by Roy Castell and McVitters, the first series of the BBC show Record Breakers was filmed in 1972. The Guinness Game of World Records, launched by Toys UK in 1975, became the first licensed product of GWR. The 1987 edition of the Guinness World Book of World Records reached more than 3.2 billion people due to being published in over 31 languages. The day is celebrated to honor the amazing feats of those who challenge themselves. These records are testimony to the ever-growing magnitude of the human ability. The GWR deserves a place on our reading list because it helps us know about the world. The book is an essential general knowledge resource. This day reminds us always to keep going beyond our comfort zones and test our abilities. Who knows how much we are capable of? Today is also commemorated as National Press Day 2024 with the theme Changing Nature of Press. The media is often referred to as the fourth pillar of democracy, playing a crucial role in shaping public opinion, driving development, and holding power to account as a powerful tool for progress. It is an essential that the press remains free from bias and upholds its duty to inform and educate the masses. For years, the media has been at the forefront, safeguarding the interests of millions and fostering transparency. To recognize that vital combination, National Press Day is celebrated every year on November 16th, honoring the essential role of a free and responsible press in our society. Roots of national press freedom, when we look at observed on National 16, marks the Press Council of India. PCI, in short, began its operations in 1966. Established as an independent body, the PCI's primary role is to ensure that the press maintains high standard of journalism while remaining free from external influences. The idea for the council was first proposed by the First Press Commission in 1956, which emphasized the need to protect press freedom and promote ethical reporting. Since its formation, the PCI has played a crucial role as safeguarding the independence of the press, even holding authority over state actions to ensure that media can operate without fear or interference. This day symbolizes a free and responsible press central to the democracy. It is commemorated through various activities, including the National Awards for Excellence in Journalism and the release of a souvenir. National Award for Excellence in Journalism to honor outstanding contributions in print media. These awards, presented annually on National Press Day, recognizes exceptional journalists across various fields with prestigious Raja Ram Mohan Roy Award, serving as the highest honor. Souvenir is a compilation of goodwill messages from prominent leaders and opinion pieces from media reports, experts, and academics on the theme of the year. Released on National Press Day, it highlights the achievements of awardees, showcasing their outstanding work through articles and photographs honored each year. So, key themes of National Press Day is journalism without fear or favor in 2020. In 2021, the theme was Role of Media in combating fake news and misinformation. In 2022, the theme was Press Freedom of Press in the Digital Age. In 2023, the theme was Press Responsibility in Promoting Social Harmony. In 2024, the theme is Changing Nature of the Press. Each year, National Press Day highlights important themes reflecting evolving the evolving challenges and responsibilities of the media. This year, National Press Day was celebrated on 16 November 2024 at the National Media Center in New Delhi, which started at 4 p.m. The theme for this year event was Changing Nature of Press, reflecting the evolving dynamics of the media landscape. The event will be graced by has been graced by Honorable Minister of Information and Broadcasting, Sri Ashwin Vaishnav, with Dr. D.L. Murugan, the Honorable Minister of the State for Information Broadcasting, and veteran journalist Padma Bhushan Sri Kundal Ramanlal Vyas as guests of honor. The function presided over by Srimati Justice Ranjana Prakash Desai, Honorable Chairperson of the Press Council of India. The key milestones of Press Council of India: 1979, re-establishment of PCI under the Press Council Act 1978, dissolution of PCI during emergency 1975, establishment of PCI under the Indian Press Council Act 1965, recommendation by First Press Commission 1956. The Press Council of India, PCI, was the first established in 1966 under the Indian Press Council Act 1965, following the recommendations of the First Press Commission. In primary objectives were to preserve press freedom and maintain high standards of journalism in India. However, the council was dissolved during the emergency in 1975, and a new act, the Press Council Act 1978, re-established the PCI on 1979. Reaffirming its role as a quasi-judicial body with statutory authority. The council consists of a chairman, usually a retired Supreme Court judge, and 28 members, including journalists, media owners, and representatives from parliament, education, law, and literature. It is empowered to arbitrate on issues related to press freedom, journalistic ethics, and public taste, offering recommendations or laws affecting the press. It can take suo motu action or investigate complaints related to unethical reporting or interference with press freedom. Its decisions are final and cannot be challenged in any court. Over the years, the PCI has played a crucial role in shaping the ethical framework of Indian journalism and safeguarding the independence of the media. The Press Council of India, since its inception, has taken significant strides in shaping the landscape of press freedom and ensuring that the media in India upholds high ethical standards while remaining independent. Here, in 2023, representation of LGBTQ plus community, the PCI adopted a report on the representation of the LGBTQ plus community in the media, promoting fair and responsible coverage. Guidelines for reporting on natural disasters. The council formulated guidelines for media professionals covering news during natural disasters, emphasizing sensitivity and accuracy in reporting. In 2022, the PCI continued its advocacy for journalistic ethics by updating its norms of journalistic conduct, ensuring that journalists adhere to the professional and ethical standards. 2004 to 2000, throughout these years, the PCI focused on a range of issues such as media ethics, democracy, media's role in disaster management, and freedom of expression. The PCI has been an active participant in global forums and international exchanges. It has engaged with media councils in countries like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Indonesia, and Myanmar, aiming to promote cross-border cooperation on press freedom and peace journalism. The South Asian Alliance of Press Councils, SAAPC, was also established, fostering collaboration between press councils in this region. The PCA also signed memorandum of understandings with press councils from countries like Indonesia, Nepal, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka, aimed at fostering mutual cooperative and advancing press freedom globally. The PCA introduced merit-based internships for journalism students to foster a sense of responsibility and awareness regarding press freedom. The summer internship program, SIP, and winter internship program, WIP, offers students an opportunity to engage with the PCI's work. The PCI's activities and initiatives reflect its outgoing commitment to protecting press freedom, upholding ethical standards, and supporting the professional development of journalists across India and internationally. The Press Council of India, PCA, has played a vital role in safeguarding press freedom and maintaining ethical standards in journalism. Over the years, it has resolved a wide range of issues, including addressing complaints related to violations of press norms and threats to press freedom, with over 37,000 complaints filed between 1979 and 2024. The Council has been instrumental in issuing guidelines and principles to help journalists regulate their conduct and has consistently appealed for media responsibility during times of national crisis. Additionally, the PCI has conducted studies on key topics like elections coverage, press reporting on defense, and the safety of journalists, contributing to the ongoing development of media standards in India. Thus, National Press Day serves as an important reminder of the vital role that press plays in shaping our democracy. Since its establishment, the Press Council of India has worked tirelessly to uphold press freedom, maintain journalistic standards, and address challenges facing the media. From tackling issues like media ethics and press safety to adapting to the digital age, the Council continues to guide and support the media in its mission to inform, educate, and empower the public. National Press Day not only celebrates the achievements of the press, but also reinforces the responsibility it carries in building a more informed and transparent society, ensuring the figure of journalism remains strong, free, and responsible. So, with this, we shall end today's commemorations. And we'll move on to the presentations. We have, as part of this entire 1 week commemorations of World's Children's Day and also Children's Day, starting from 14 November to World's Children's Day or Universal Children's Day on November 20. This entire week, we are inviting presentations from different stakeholders. Those who are willing to make presentation can share your details in chat box so that we can invite you for the presentations. So today we have with us Mr. Pradeep presenting on role child safety and loss in creating safer world for them. He's an animal activist working in animal welfare for almost a decade and is very much closely associated with us in various animal welfare activities, awareness and campaigns. So we welcome you, Mr. Pradeep, for your session. You can unmute yourself, start your video and presentation.
Thank you, Ravindra sir, for giving this opportunity. So a very good evening, one and all. My name is Pradeep, and I've been working in the field of animal welfare for more than a decade. So, so what actually I noticed during my journey as an animal welfare, and when we are getting any cruelty cases, animal cruelty cases, we actually notice a lot of juvenile crimes is happening, and so there is also a nexus of connection about why children are being more uh, impulsive towards animals and also towards the society. So after careful study and research, uh, so that's where we require more of compassionate education, which previous day we have covered about the role of compassionate education and making children for better citizens of the society. So today, as far as the session is concerned, so today I'll be talking about role of child safety and child safety laws for a better and safer place for children. So India is a diversified country, and it's been very rich with cultural heritage. And as ancient days, we used to have gurukulas and also the family tradition. So which is right, which is wrong, and we used to have grandmother and also grandfather, uncles, and everything. Joint family system used to be. So as uh, days pass on, and also the technological era or whatever it may be, the advancements of science. So the science advancements has been advanced from the telephone to today's smartphone. Everything has been advanced, but the family system nowadays have been completely shattered. It actually, I mean to say, it became a nuclear family system: mother, father, children. Maybe due to their professional commitments or whatever they things. So this has impacted a child well-being, and also this has impacted also their safety, because most of the time nowadays we call them as techno kids. I want to say uh, we don't have that privilege and facilities when we were a child. Hardly we know about a mobile phone at that times. Mostly we spend the time with nature, and we spend time with uh, our parents and also grandparents when we got holidays or any vacation. But now, even a small child, maybe around the third class children, we can see a tab in his hand. So what was happening is unknowingly or knowingly, they are getting into the uh, cyber with the verge of cybercrime. Most of the times they have been, because children are like a plain paper. They can easily get fell into the trap of these crimes. So, and most of the time we have seen many cases also. So many juvenile crimes are happening somewhere across the world, some part of the state, some part of across India, somewhere part a girl child has been assaulted, physically abused, and verbally abused. And why this has been happening? India, we have got a lot of laws. By the way, we have got a POSCO Act, Prevention of Sexual Harassment, and sorry, Prevention of Protection of POSCO Act for children, that was introduced in the year of 2012, and which is aimly preventing the sexual crimes across on children. And we have the Juvenile Justice Act for care and maintenance, that was introduced in the year of 2015. And at the same time, we have the Child Labor Act 1986, which was introduced to protect the children uh, from hazardous industrious workplaces and other things. And their hands are meant to be studied. I mean, they're meant to go to schools, they get education. They're not meant to work in a very unhygienic and unregulated places where they are not meant to the childhood to be ended there. So they have these three many more child health initiatives for the child acts are there, child welfare initiatives were there. But what actually was lacking is the curriculum is one aspect, and that means an educational thing. We are actually producing more children, but however, we're not making them to like teach about whom to talk, where to talk, and at the same time, most of the time, children are being nowadays they have been addicted to the technology. So these actually also brings a lot of violence behavior, especially games. Children go to the video games and the culture. So they get addicted with that. Some some will develop a violence behavior in them. So these are actually not only affecting their own health, their own behavior, it is also affecting the uh, well-being of the society too. So in schools and nowadays, I think little bit of awareness and has been measured now. They have been teaching about good touch and bad touch because that is very much essential. Because earlier days, mother used to say this, uh, and also for like grandfather, grandmother, like they used to tell stories. Don't trust strangers, and you should also how you should have to be, how we have to behave, and these things have been taught. Now the technology improved. We have everything in Google, but still the crimes has been increasing. So every part of in across India or the states, most of the time, the child-centric initiatives has to be more developed to make the children more friendly. It's not about always the education, the pressure, the stress, because teaching the cultural significance is important and also making them aware of that civic responsibility that should be taught from the very young age. I mean, if a child should know, okay, this is the wrong thing, I should not do that. At the same time, he or she should know about protecting her themselves. A self-defense mechanism has to be included in the course curriculum, and also simultaneously teaching children about the laws. If they are grown up in ninth secondary school, I'm not talking about primary, but maybe at secondary school students, maybe around 9, 10 students, uh, 8 to or else 8 to 10 students. You can teach them about certain welfare measures and also the laws. What are the governing laws, so that they could be aware of it and they could be also know about it. A child should feel expressed and they should not get suppressed because of the cruelty or any other things. So, and this is a bringing the other hand, we have the child helpline number two, which has launched by government of India. So, especially for the any children, especially we seen the children some are engaged in begging and all of that. Some children got missed because of their uh, some problems happening in house or poor grades. The children left over the homes. So such sort of things in order to prevent that, we have introduced the in government of India has introduced the child helpline number. So where any citizen can report it if any they found any missing children, and even in governments of states, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. In Telangana, we have this called as Operation Muskan, where that's in Andhra Pradesh. So in Telangana, we have this Operation Smile. When anyone has uh, seen any children begging or engaged in child trafficking, so you can report to the uh, human traffic, police, state police, and they have the separate department to that records to child trafficking, human trafficking unit. So where they will rescue the children and they will hand over to the child welfare committee. So where they will take care of the child responsibilities, and maybe they can admitting in the schools, and providing so all the physical assessing about their health condition, and emotional support if they will be taken to the child psychologist, and every sort of the things. So as a citizen and also a parent, or if you are from a academician, either you may be a school principal or a teacher. So it is important to teach the children not only the subject knowledge, it is also about making them to be civic responsible. How can it be brought means through many initiatives. You can organize sessions in the schools. You can invite an NGO or else any of the child activities, or else you can invite the state police. They can also provide awareness sessions in the school so that children can get about it. Because the child doesn't know what is good and what is wrong, he will definitely fell in a wrong trap. So it is our responsibility to educate, and especially parents, because house is the first home. House is the first school for any child. So the education starts from the straight away from the home. So it is very important for as a parent, being in your work, everyone we have the work, but taking time for your children, discussing about their well-being, discussing about their safety, because some children they don't say about the problems, they suffer in silence. So it is important to parents to show some empathy and compassion, and also know their problems, bring some societal consciousness, and also uh, societal consciousness in them, so that they can be future citizens of the India. So change doesn't happen from the school itself. Change can happen from your home. The way the empathetic parenting would be, because parenting is one of the crucial aspect which every parent has to take from their start from their house. I mean home itself, because most of the time they spend a lot of time in their home. Imagine if you are occupied with your work and every day you are seeing gadget. Child also will see the same gadget. He or she definitely will get in. My father is anyway working on the gadget. He is a software professional or any other job. Most of the time he sit in the phone only. Let me also sit in the phone. And child supervision is also very important. Nowadays, many of the applications are there, software applications are there. So you can utilize them and provide freedom to them, but make a conscious, have a eye on them. And it doesn't mean that they should be overly giving overly freedom or over discipline. Both are not good. They should have some trust on you. They should come to you to share the problems, what are happened in school, whatever the achievements they have achieved. So that initiative should start from the home itself, and make your children to be a part of any other clubs, so that they can in schools only we can have many of the clubs, literary clubs or any other things, so they can know, they can get more knowledge on about the society, how the society will be and how we should have to be. These things should definitely taken into the consideration, so that making the child to be a society and also a conscious citizen for the future of the nation. So with that, I am ending my presentation, and thanks a lot everyone for patiently listening to me. Thanks a lot Ravindra sir for creating a very wonderful platform and giving us a wonderful opportunity and share, sharing the very wonderful, useful knowledge to each and everyone. Thanks a lot to Sri Holistic Health Foundation of India and Sri Kas and every one of the participants. Thank you. Thank you a lot.
Congratulations, Pradeep. It was a very insightful session. As we see, we are also celebrating this child safety, road safety week, and also keeping child safer in the environments, in all environments, not only in the home environment, school environment, college environment, is very much essential to bring out policies. And there are enough policies which has to be implemented strictly. That is, and moreover, that is very important. And moreover, the media also is not playing a good role. In fact, unfortunately, the media, especially when today we are also celebrating World Press Freedom Day, still the press somewhere it is curtailed by the media giants who are driven by corporates with their own hidden agendas. Like they are more focused. You don't rarely see. I mean, I don't discriminate being a media person myself. I don't completely deny the fact that there are still people working, but majority, I would like to say, as a media person also, majority of the most important aspects are not being covered, which are more important. Unnecessarily, the celebrity news and, a lot of conflicts, a lot of political discussions that happen, you see, there are more priority issues like child trafficking, child abuse, child kind of issues that are happening, and malnutrition. These are various issues are there which can be, covered by media, and especially this road safety. See how many road accidents are happening. A lot of awareness can be brought by media, but unfortunately, media is also a industry, commercial industry, and no one works for charity in media, right? Even journalists have to be paid, reporters have to be paid, every person, every employee of the media also need to be paid, and they don't work for pennies. And that is also, they also demand salaries at par with other industry. Now that is also a challenge. So that creates a dilemma between whether to be more fair. If you are fair enough, then you also, in general, you in the sense public also needs to understand they need to support such organizations. How they can support? Through subscription, through buying, or through funding, through donating, or through viewership. If they don't watch such news, if they don't buy such newspapers, those who are really working hard in bringing up issues, what will happen? They will not be able to sustain over a period of time. They have to be funded by someone else, and that is where corporates, they don't want to fund any organization, any media organization, which is against them, right? In general, also, would you like to fund who is always complaining about you, who is always criticizing about you? Generally, you won't do that, right? So that is a problem. At the end of the day, even media persons, professionals also need to feed their families. And it is a public responsibility to support those who are writing on issues which are very much relevant and which are very much essential. So if public doesn't support, then definitely today what we are seeing, biased media or paid media, will be more prevalent, which will shape the opinions of the masses, that will create more disasters. Even with children also, a lot of abuses are happening. Why? Because in media it is being portrayed, and the failure of concerned agencies also. And many times it is also the justice delayed is justice denied. A lot of cases not being taken for trials, and even if brought into trial, they are never-ending sagas. Though these new, acts are there, but there should be a pressure from the public, and it should also be a conscious effort. It's not that an innocent person who is underprivileged is made a victim instead of a real perpetrator, and somehow closing the case is not the solution, because still the perpetrator is left free and he can commit more such crimes, and that will also give a wrong message to other perpetrators or potential perpetrators to commit more such crimes, and they will also be wrongly assured that they will be left free even if they commit crimes. That will lead to more crimes, more social deviance in the society. Anyway, these are things that are happening unless and until public get involved themselves. Not taking law into their hands, but at least raising their voice against such practices whenever such things happen, unbiasedly. When we raise a voice, when we all become whistleblowers, when we all become watchdogs, because today we are talking of citizens' journalism. Every citizen is a journalist. It is our responsibility to raise our voice against such things, untoward things, unwanted things when they are happening. And that makes the enforcement agencies to take into cognizance and work towards the welfare, preventing and deterring more such crimes or abuses in the society. So it was a wonderful session. This was addition to overall commemorations to this session. Thank you, Mr. Pradeep. We wish you all the success for your future endeavors. And with this, we shall end today's commemorations. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And we request everyone to quickly fill the feedback form, which has been raised in the form of polls. Before leaving the platform, see you all tomorrow at the same time, the same joining link with different commemorations. Take care. Good night.